Good morning, everybody. This is Christine Bertram, and I'm coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Yay! It's Wednesday morning, everybody. It's 10 a.m., and I've actually gotten 3 things off my list today that involve things outside of the house. So I actually left the building. It's been a while since I left the house this early, but I had a couple things I needed to take care of, and here we are, back in time for class. Hi, Doral Hofbaker. So when I was with somebody, I'm like, I gotta get going. I got class today. It's just a weird feeling to be outside of the house an hour ago and then be like, I gotta get home for class. And that's the nice thing about doing lives with you guys is everything's all set up, ready to go. And I pretty much can just turn the camera on and we're gonna make an amazing card today. I don't know what we're making. That's the whole part of this, or the whole point of this class. It's the Share, Create, Inspire class. It's kind of like a spin on the tagline that Stampin' Up! Has. It's the opposite, actually. Hi, Debbie Gass. Hi, Karen Woods. Hi, Sharon Land. This class is to have you guys inspire me to make something that you've made, and then hopefully it also inspires you guys to make the card. Hi, Jennifer Jones. Hi, Sherry Everett. Hi, Connie Moore. So we're gonna make a card. I read the recipe card yesterday. I read it today. I feel like I have a slight understanding of what we're making, but I never know until we get it done. So what people have heard or said about this class is they like this class a lot. Hi, Judy Sharp. Hi, Sandy Wicklander. Hi, Rose Garibaldi. Thanks for sharing, Jennifer. People have said that they like this class because I actually go through the process of making a card from start to finish. And actually, they learn a lot with this class because it starts off with nothing and we end up with something. Hi, Donna Grushki. Hi, Deborah R. Thumbs up. Yes, hit that thumbs up, you guys, when you can get the video into your news feed. And we've been talking about this like probably the last 2 or 3 weeks that for some reason it doesn't pop up in my YouTube right away. So I can't do the thumbs up right quite away. But thank goodness I have the comments that are up here. So you guys, a couple things though before we get started. I need to apologize. I guess they say the third time is a charm, and that's what's going to happen for our kit class called Painted Wishes. On Friday, I was originally going to do the class at, I think, 11 a.m. And my kit didn't arrive because I did 2 orders on pre-order day. I did one with 2-day and one with regular shipping. And a Friday rolled, it was actually Thursday night. Thursday night rolled around and I'm like, oh, that should have been here by now. If I did it on Tuesday, it should be here Thursday. It wasn't in the box. And lo and behold, the Painted Wishes kit went into the one that I did regular shipping. And we did the scavenger hunt instead. We graded the scavenger hunt on Friday together. So we knew that. And on Thursday night, I picked Tuesday at 4 p.m. Can you guys know where I'm going? Hi, Jenna Helms. So Tuesday at 4 p.m., which was yesterday. It's officially Happy Hump Day today, everybody. Yesterday at 4, we were supposed to do a live. And I didn't have anybody reach out to me and say, hey, aren't you supposed to be live now? And I'm like, it got to be about 7 o'clock, maybe 6, somewhere. It was a couple hours after. And I'm like, oh no, we were supposed to do the kit class. And Susan Bellamy, I felt so bad. I haven't messaged you yet. And I don't know if you're not on here yet. I hope I didn't disappoint Susan Bellamy. She's the one that said, I've got the kit. I'm ready to go. And so did Pauline Driscoll. Pauline Driscoll said the same thing, that she had the kit ready to go. And I'm like, oh, shoot. So you guys, I feel accomplished. I haven't felt this accomplished with my emails in a very long time. I had a day yesterday. Normally Tuesday's date night with Tyler, but Tyler's brother had surgery yesterday down in Milwaukee. So Tyler went down to help his mom and his brother and provide support. And so he was gone all day. And he didn't get back until about 8 o'clock. So we switched date night. It's officially tonight. And so I knew in my head I had the day to work on stuff. And I knew that I wanted to get certain things done. Hi, Carol Alanis. And one of them was to get through emails. Like real, like solid, done. Like I don't feel like I have like that people are waiting, right? Because it gets to the point where you can't do it all. And I think in my head, oh, I can do it all, right? You guys ever feel that way? Like, I can do it all. I can get this done and this done and this done and this done. And in the day, you're like, wow, the day passes and you have all these things done, but it's not ever all you want to get done. And I have an aggressive list all the time, you guys. I have to write things down. If I don't write things down, they don't always happen. And so I have to literally write things down because it helps me remember to do them because there's so many things to remember. And so my thing yesterday was like, I wanted to design a class and I wanted to get through my emails. Well, getting through the emails is what took a lot. Because an email doesn't mean just reading it. It also means replying. It means signing people up. And a lot of the emails were, I want these January classes. So it's not signing up one class, it's signing up all the classes and then figuring out what the person knows, which is, I loved to do that. I love getting, that's the whole organization part of what I do, and I love it. And so I spent from basic, and I had a dentist appointment yesterday. I had a filling that had part of it cracked off a couple weeks ago. And if you have ever had that or any issues with your mouth, your tongue finds it and plays with it until it gets fixed. And so I keep feeling it like it's still there, but now it's a smooth, like nice surface. And so I had to go in yesterday. I had a filling done at 9:20, and then I came back at like 10:30. You guys, from 10:30 until about midnight last night, I basically did computer work. And it got to be 6 o'clock, and I'm like, oh man, I forgot that we were gonna do, I was gonna flip that down, this kit with you guys, this Painted Wishes. So that's my whole long drawn out story, is to tell you this is going to happen today. Third time, full circle, third time is a charm. We're gonna make this at 4 o'clock today. That is the plan. I have this class. We have in person at 1 o'clock. We have about 12 people or 11 people coming for my monthly class. And then we're going to do this class at 4. And it's going to be a triple header today for classes, 3 classes. No class tonight. Again, it's date night. So, but wow, you guys, what a sense of accomplishment. So now I can honestly say, if you've emailed me over a week ago and you're still waiting for a response, now I need you to reach out to me because I didn't get the email, most likely. But what a breath of fresh air. I feel like I went back through emails and cleaned up stuff from like a year ago just to clean it up. Hi, Nancy Mole. Just is an amazing feeling, you guys. I can't say that I woke up refreshed. So, but definitely spent at least 12 hours doing it. But that meant it wasn't just emails, but like, it was creating a class. And then you guys, there's free shipping on Thursday. I don't know if you saw that, that there's, Nancy, I'm in Central Standard Time. For anybody watching me ever, if I say a time and I don't mention the time zone, I'm in Central Standard Time. It is currently 10:11 right here. So in Eastern, it's 11. So Nancy, nope, not Eastern, always Central Standard Time. And I know that you guys, I don't expect people to remember that because you might be watching demonstrators from all over the world and you don't necessarily always remember what area they're in. So always Central for me though, in case it does trigger a memory thing. I do post that in all my events though. But free shipping, you guys, I just found out yesterday morning or late last, like Monday night, that there was free shipping it's set for Thursday. So it was creating an email for that and then scheduling a reminder. And so I'm so excited because a few of you have been asking about my Heartfelt Hexagons class, which is with these pretty cards. This is my order-based class that's coming up the first week. Hi, Debbie. Yay, to catch me live. I'm so excited. This is my absolute favorite one right there. This class is the first week of January. It's the order-based class. It's to help us finish the quarter as strong as possible. And this is the one where if you're in person with Diane, it's a $30 order. And if you're online with me, it's a $50 order. The difference in that is that the margin that I make on that $20 is what covers the cost to ship it to you. So that's why it's a $50 order. But in essence, you're getting $50 worth of product and the cards for free, I guess you could say. So class is free with a $50 order, and I mail out these kits to you. And so what people were asking, what came up a lot is, do I have to order in January? No. Hi, Emily Buska, free shipping is awesome. I know, you guys, I'm going to buy stuff. I'm buying stuff. I'm so excited. I told my gals that for the next free shipping day that comes, I'm buying all new chamois to replace the ones in here, because the ones in here are probably about 3 or 4 years old, and it's time they get refreshed and get a new one. So with the ordering, when you get a class from me, you can get it free with an order in the current month or like the next month. So this class is next month in January. So you can definitely get the class free by placing an order in December or in January up until the time the class is, or a past class. So yeah, Debbie, you're gonna have to place another order. Probably, I mean, it's free shipping, right? And now it is free shipping with a $75 order, right? They have to have a threshold that if they're shipping a $20 order, they're not going to get free shipping, right? So they have a set amount that if you place $75 order, you get free shipping. So Donna is ordering the kit along with more pre-order stuff. First time I've seen you. Yay! Awesome, Donna. I'm so happy that you're seeing me for the first time. That's exciting. There's a first time for everything, right? So are you guys okay if I enlighten you with some happy mail before I go through and start class? Or should I save it to the end? I'm good with either way, but I have like this much happy mail. The Christmas holiday greeting cards are rolling in from all my peeps, and I do want to share them. And I can save it for after class too, so that we can get rolling with class. The other thing I wanted to share with you guys is what my team gave me. I have it sitting here, so I gotta show it and then move it out. I forgot to do this on Monday's class. So we had my team. So my team is called the Be Happy Stampers. Everybody gets a little bumper sticker or sticker when they sign up on my team. And this year for my team gift, I gave all 120, or I'm giving all 120 bees a keychain. And so I needed to call this out that I didn't realize this sticker or this little postcard was in there. So if you're on my team and you get this keychain from me, like Deb Norman, you're going to get one of these in your package. They were really foggy. Some had like lines through them. Some looked like they had chipping like that. And I opened up a box as I bought new ones to replace the ones that were really bad. Well, apparently there's, and I should have known this, there's a protective film on the keychain. And if you go on the non-printed side, you can pull it off. And Tyler got it, like my boyfriend's Tyler, for those that are new to me. He knew that it just peels back, and you gotta catch it just right. Ha! I got it. So for on my team, if you're watching this, you're gonna get a keychain from me. If I say magnet, I really do mean keychain. You're gonna get this keychain, and to make it look as pristine as possible, you're gonna want to pull off this plastic thing, right? And then you can put this back in order, because then it'll come off. And now it looks really nice and clear and shiny, and just, it looks really good. Okay, so who'd have thunk it, right? All right, so if you're on my team, just know that you need to take that plastic protective film off, and you'll be a lot happier. So many of you guys said to me, it's okay, I'll be okay. It's got little, like, I felt really bad giving everybody these little keychains that had like little imperfections in my mind. And they're like, it's fine, it's gonna get beat up anyways, being on my keychain. And yeah, so I'm so excited that, like, that little protective film. So anyways, so Deb Norman's laughing, yep. All right, so then I wanted to share with you what the team got me. They got me these canisters, and inside this one has a bee towel, okay? And then this one says inspire, create, share. Love it, it's like engraved in the wood. And then the next size up says Stampin' Up, and there's a wood engraved, like laser etched bee on a little coaster that looks like a ring, right? And then, so some of the people that were part of the team meeting had to leave early and they didn't catch this. This one is like the one I love the most, Sunshine, Love, and Big Hugs. And inside this one was a Norwex, the bee cloth, the microfiber bee cloth, all right? And then in this one, the Big Daddy, it's the Be Happy Stampers, which I love as well. And then when you open this one up, this one had my card in it, you guys. So that's part of the present. And now for the fun part. So Kelly, so for those of you who are new to me, like Donna, and maybe some that don't know this, I started stamping in the year, it was either 1999 or 2000. I would guess, maybe if I had to guess, probably 2000. A friend took me into her basement, which was completely full of all the stamping stuff, and I heat embossed for the first time. And I always would say, I'm only gonna get 3 stamp sets, one for masculine, one for feminine, and one for the holidays. And that was it, 3 stamp sets ever. I remember thinking, I can't get another hobby. Like, I was into scrapbooking, I did ceramics, I did plastic canvas crafts growing up. I was like, I don't need another hobby. Well, here's a hobby that actually stuck with me for over 20 years. And one of the first things that I loved was heat embossing. And so Kelly was a wee little one, right? So I was like 20 when I started stamping, and Kelly was probably 12, right? I've got her by 8 years or 9 years. And her mom is my godmother and very crafty, creative lady, and she always gave me gifts that were handmade. And so her mom and Kelly and her mom, my aunt, would stamp with me. And so they started stamping with me way back, and like I started as a baby. I sure did. And so in like the year 2000, Kelly and Karen got into stamping with me. And so they've been stamping. Kelly has been stamping with me as long as I've been stamping. And she gave me for Christmas from the team, you guys, she gave me a card back that actually, you guys can see one of my very first cards that I've ever made. The flat surface was kind of rippling, and I figured it was a protective. So Deb, get this. I still have my protective layer on my cutter, and after all these years it's starting to bubble, but I keep it on because I'm one of those gals that likes to keep the film on things. The kittens are having, I heard them in the bag. So you guys, if you want to see one of my first cards I've ever made, this is it. All right, this was a Stampin' Up! Stamp set from 20 years ago. It had this butterfly. There used to be these scissors that you could cut, and I actually did a great job cutting that freehand. And this is heat embossing with white powder. I guess I was going for lime green with purple. And this was actually a card that my mom gave to my cousin Kelly. So from the whole family. And so this was a birthday card. I even embossed the inside here with white. So this was an original card. So this is where I started, you guys, 20 years ago. A more basic card, and that's how it goes. The best part about the gift, you guys, was that there was $300 in here from my team. And Kelly felt a little bit bad about giving cash from the team, but there was a purpose. She didn't know, she knows, she told me what it needs to be used for, because I was giving her hints of like, what do I need? What do I want? I want massages and I want pedicures. And she didn't know where I go to get that kind of stuff. And I'll tell you guys, one of the things that you don't always take care of is yourself. And so after I finish a big event, I'm exhausted and just spent, and what I'm going to do with that money is set it aside, and the day after we're done shipping for the Escape and the Stampin' Fun in the Sun, I'm scheduling massages, like an hour and a half massage or whatever $100 gets me, and then I'm scheduling 2 pedicures. So you guys, my team has given me the gift of an experience of relaxation and prettiness, and so I appreciate that from my team. All right, so that is a little bit, Deb Norman, yes, what is the name of that stamp set? But it was something with butterflies, and it was like, it was in a clamshell, right? It was in a clamshell about this big, and it was like, you know, the clamshells were that high, and it had a bunch of different butterflies in it. And I'll be honest, we just had our used stamp sale a couple weekends ago, and I had wood stamps up like 2 boxes full of wood stamps, and nobody likes to buy wood stamps anymore, really. There's a way you can mount them, take them off of the blocks and put them onto like clear cling to make them cling, and I don't have the time to do that. So what I did is I donated them to Linda Zaleski, who teaches class at the ARC here in Fond du Lac, and she's always looking for extra supplies to teach the folks there card making. So yay, yeah. So Karen Woods, I agree. So for those on my team, don't think negatively, please, that Kelly gave me cash. What she did is she took everybody's collective money and pulled it together to get me some awesome gifts and buy me some experiences, which is like, I need that kind of stuff too, because I never take that time for myself. Like, I just don't. I just keep go. You guys probably know that about me. I move a mile a minute, and I don't take the time for myself. So, yes, I have that set, but it's packed away in a tote. Yes, I bet you guys do. Some of you probably do have that stamp set. Yeah, it's been around for over 20 years. So, good stuff. Okay, I'm just seeing here if my videos popped up. Nope, it didn't. So, all right. So what do you guys get today? We get to make a card. Debbie had that stamp set too. Yeah, it was butterflies. Whoever loves butterflies back 20 years ago that did Stampin' Up! Would have that set, I would bet. So, wait, we're going to make a card. I don't know what we're going to make. We're going to like read through the recipe card. This whole class came into existence back in March. It took 2 months to like kind of wrap our head around how we were going to do this. For those that are new to watching me, it started out, I will do a quick synopsis here. of how it started out. This class only came into existence probably because I started collaborating with Rose Coleman in Canada. Rose Coleman is amazing. I know, Carol, I do not really need to do the relaxing. Experiences are awesome gifts too, definitely. I couldn't agree more, and we just have to make sure we do them. So Rose Coleman and I met at Backstage in New Orleans last year, and she's in Canada. So if you're in Canada and you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, or if you want to take some extra awesome classes with an amazing demonstrator, Rose is your girl. Definitely reach out to her, or if you don't know how to find her, reach out to me. I'll get you her contact information. Her name is Rose Coleman. We started collaborating. She does a technique club class that I kit up here for her in the States and give it to people who watch her. And I have people in Canada who like my classes, and so she kits up one of my classes and offers it to people in Canada. So it works out really great. Hi, Rosie from Los Angeles, yay! So it works out great. We each design our classes, but we offer the kits to people in our own countries. And then we also support each other. We talk, we collaborate, we share ideas. But what happened is the people who do her class, they get, like the one that, like the technique club class, they get this recipe or this technique bind, like they buy a binder, but they get these cards to insert into their binder. So this is a whole year's worth, you guys. Isn't this so exciting? We made it a whole year. And so that took up such a small part, and I didn't choose to use Stampin' Up's binder. I went out and I bought this binder. Well, with this recipe binder came all of these recipe cards. And so we came up, you guys wanted me to do cooking. And I'm like, I don't want recipes for cooking. Like, I've got my mom's cookbook. I don't cook a lot. My mom brings me food. I'm very lucky, blessed to have my mom's food. So what we did is we're like, oh, let's do recipe cards. So this is how this class came into existence. And so we have one of my amazing community members. They could be on my team. They could be a customer. They could be somebody that's never taken a class from me. If they asked me for one of these recipe cards through my sign-up sheet, they got one. And what they did is they send me a card that will open up later, and they send me a recipe. And I have to use, so my card is on the top, and their card is on the back side. And so ended up with, so far, we started in March. Susan Bellamy was last month. And so my book is getting very thick. I got to figure out something else to do with it. But that's how this class came into existence, is because of a recipe card, because of buying a binder. Okay, so this one, we have compliments to Angelique McClendon. What is her channel called? Her name, Kenzie. Her name is called Stampin' with Rose. And she does a daily, here, Rose Coleman Stampin' Up. Stampin' with Rose. Thank you, Debbie Gass. She put it on here. Here, it's Stampin' with Rose. She is adorable. That's Rose right there. And she has a channel. And so this is where you'll find her videos. Every class that we do together, that we collaborate with, so she's got all of her live classes here. And then I teach the class for the suite class, and so you would find that in my YouTube channel, exactly where you are right now. Stampin' with Rose, her text or her phone number, her email, everything's on there. You guys, I highly, if you like me, you will love Rose, okay? If you love me, you will be even more excited with Rose, because we've been told that we pair well together. Okay, so this is a card that Angelique McClendon sent to me. She's calling it a triple panel gatefold. She's got measurements here. So what we're going to do is we're going to just talk through this, everybody. And we're going to see what kind of card I come. There's so many words back here. Kenzie found her. Great. All right. Subscribe to her channel too. And she's got, I just did this winter, you guys, not to side like quest, but I just did this class last week. And she told me she has kits for this class. So if you're in Canada and you want to get the suite class from her or me, I think I have 2 left if you're in the States, you could still get that from Rose in Canada. So, okay, let's talk about this, you guys. We're going to knock out a card here. The card base here is 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 2 1/8 and 6 3/8. So it's telling me it's a card and it has a gatefold. So like 2 1/8 on each side folds in, makes it a gatefold. We need a basic white or vanilla. So Carol said she is amazing. She is. She's on at 8 a.m. She is. So she goes live at 9 Mountain Time, which is 8 Pacific, which is 10 Central. So she might be live right about now too. But she does a Facebook Live every weekday. And then she does some classes. Hi, Susan Ray Hendricks. So we need basic white, or VV is very vanilla cardstock. So it's seeing here a 4 and a 5 1/4 is a matte for the inside, and then 1.5 by 3 7/8. And then coordinating cardstock 1 5/8 by 4, 3 pieces, and coordinating DSP 1.5 by 3 7/8. So it's telling me it's the same size as the white, 2 pieces, 1 for a top and a bottom. Oh, Sharon Land made her cards yesterday. Great. Awesome, awesome. Oh, and Nancy, yes. Nancy's getting her first class from Rose. I think she probably mailed it out. I know you guys connected late last week. Need ribbon embellishments, Wink of Stella, any stamps for sentiments, and focal image. So if I had to guess, there's going to be, so you have your card, right? A card is this size right here. Oh, there's a gem. Hang on. The gem, that does not want to stay right there. It fell off in class too. Okay. So if you have a card like this, I'm seeing that there's 3 panels like this, and it's a gatefold. So it might be one of those cards where 2 pieces are attached on this side and 1's attached on this side to have 3 panels. My fingers are not like acting as good pieces of paper, but you get the drift. Like we've got, and it will open like this is what I'm guessing. Okay. Hi, Barbara Gobby. She is in Alberta. Yes, Kenzie. She is Mountain Standard Time. She's in Alberta. You got it. Okay, don't forget to embellish with Wink of Stella. So you guys, if you remember in cooking class or in school, maybe you might remember that you're taught to read a recipe before actually mixing things together in case something needs, right? Don't just pull out all the ingredients and start making it. So we're going to kind of read this together because my whole goal for you guys is to be inspired by her recipe, that you make a card and you also share it in the post that I'm going to create to share your, oh, we got to do mystery card too on Monday night. I got to remember to do that clue today. Okay, stamp, color, and die cut your focal image and stamp your sentiment on the white or vanilla panel. Okay, so what I'm assuming is that there's a DSP for the top, there's a DSP for the bottom, and then there's a white panel here, okay? And be mindful of placement as the size of the focal image cannot be too big or hang over the panel, and your sentiment has to fit in the same strip. So there's this white piece that's going to be in the middle, okay? Next, adhere your 2 DSP strips to the colored cardstock pieces. So all the mats are going to go 1, 2, 3. And place your 3 panels, 2 DSP panels, and your focal image sentiment strip on your closed card to determine placement of each panel. Equal spacing. The bottom and the top strips are glued on the left side, and be sure to only glue half of the back. So you only are putting glue on the half. And then it says adhere the middle panel on the right side of the card flap. Okay? So I was kind of, I had read through this once before. So I hope that you guys, that makes sense. I'm actually, after I read this, I'm like, oh, we should case this card for an upcoming class. And that usually is an awesome thing to do. All right, so we got to get paper though, right? And so I have been wanting to use this Garden Meadow paper a lot more. It's one of the online exclusives. So there's 12 different patterns, and I'm going to see how we can make one of these work. Oh man. That's the same one. This is the same one. And maybe it won't work to do this because we're only going to see a little strip like this and a little strip like that. And maybe, unless I find, these are so hard, you guys. I would not want to cut these up. That's what's making this so hard. But there's a lot of yellow action here and yellow action that you could maybe cut this off and still have a really pretty scene up at the top there. So I might consider that one. Or this yellow one too here. Like that could be a good one. The blue could work too. And okay, so Team Purple. So Angelique is Team Purple. So I have to honor a fellow princess, a purple princess. And so we are going to definitely tie in purple into this card. And maybe we could do like a section from here and then a cloud section. So I'm playing, right? I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm trying to figure it out. And so what I want to show you guys too, hang on, some ribbon that is part of the online exclusives. I was hoping to use this with you today for this card. So this is vanilla, okay? So she's got on the front here white or vanilla. So it's like, okay, well, if my ribbon is vanilla, I might just opt for vanilla because vanilla would be very complementary to this paper. The other thing that's part of the online exclusives are these 3 glimmer papers. if you've seen the new mini catalog, there's a set in there called Perennial Lavender, and I could definitely see this glimmer paper coordinating very nicely with that. But I really want to pull in this to honor my purple princess friend down in St. Louis. Okay, so let's see here. I'm almost feeling this. I love the daffodil, like the daisies, and this would tie in with the purple. So this comes back to like matching up paper. So when you guys do my mystery card nights with me too, because so a mystery card night, you guys don't forget, is Monday. I have to get Clue 1 published. Oh, and I got to share this. This is from Amy Deschler. It's a cute little treat package, and the top opens up, and she's got little Hershey's Kisses in there, and it is adorable. Hi, Karen Wetstein. So Amy Deschler made that for me. Very pretty. Okay, so we got to pull in. So now that I've kind of figured out, I think I'm going to go with this one, and I understand that I'm only going to see a section on the bottom and a section on the top. I think what I'm going to do is take like this section here and this section and have just flowers on the top and bottom. But now it's coming down to like picking the cardstock that goes with it. And there's actually a base and then there's a mat. And so what we want to find is what looks amazing behind this layer and then another one. So I'm going to cheat, and I have a class that I'm doing in the month. It's actually February 1st, so it's a little ways away. It's called Garden Meadow. It's a Garden Meadow Stamp-A-Stack. You'll make all 12 5x7 cards. And so I'm going to find this pattern right here. And so you can see here, I've already kind of did a little pairing of colors. I used the color coach and kind of paired up which colors look amazing with each print. And so I'm going to look for this pattern right here and see what I used. Oh, I used Blackberry Bliss and yellow. Okay, so I'm going to hold that to the side. I'm just going to finish showing you like different color combinations. This one is an amazing one too. So pretty. This one is a lovely one. So it's so hard to cut this pretty paper up. And so we made these cards as big as we possibly could. And so that Stamp-A-Stack class is coming up. Diane's teaching it in person on the 27th of January. You guys, we have no dates between now and then really to pump out more time to make cards. We've got the holidays upon us. So I did use Blackberry, but I don't know if I want to use Blackberry for this one because I feel like I want to use that design or that glittery paper, and I don't think that that matches as good as it's like I would want it to. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull out Highland Heather, and we're also going to pull out Gorgeous Grape. Now, I will tell you, if you guys are newer to Stampin' Up, one of the benefits or like positive, most amazing things is how their products coordinate with each other, right? So when you get the DSP, the colors in the DSP match the cardstock. So I've pulled different cardstocks here that match, that were part of this color pack or this DSP pack. And Kenzie's on Team Purple today. Yay! So, because I feel like this will match really nicely. And I'm almost feeling like, in this case, that purple would be a nice complementary color because it would pull out that. But this could actually be fresh freesia. And I have fresh freesia right here. And I think I have bubble. Oh, I pulled a couple of fresh freesias. So, okay. So you can see that that is actually more fresh freesia than it is this. This could work. If you don't have fresh freesia at home and you have this purple, it would work. It still complements it. So this is what we do when we design cards. We figure out what DSP we're going to be using, and then we kind of start layering. And so this looks really nice behind here. And then pulling in potentially daffodil with this one. And it just makes it very bright and cheerful. But now here's the other thing. Put the yellow behind here and see how the yellow pops. And then how does the purple look behind it? Okay. Old Olive. Rosie's saying to pull out Old Olive. Okay, no problem. I will pull out the olive. And we'll put the olive behind here. And we will put potentially, so yellow is very Packerish to me. You guys, I'm from Wisconsin, so we have the Green Bay Packers here. Other people probably don't think this, but I do. I'm like, oh, does it look too much like a Packer card? But let's put the freesia back here. Okay, so again, that could work, but there's just, it's very green, but so I'm gonna do this and do this as well. Like that could work. But I think what I wanna make sure I do is I wanna make sure I'm working with the right section from this. So she said on here, the DSP needs to be 1.5 by 3 7/8. So I'm gonna grab out my trimmer and I'm gonna actually cut this off at 3 inches because 1.5 and 1.5 is 3, okay? So I'm not working with this piece. This you could use on the front of another card though, because you have a whole scene right here. So this would be good used on something else. So now I gotta figure out, like this side over here doesn't have a flower, and I could go for like this middle section right here. The fresh freesia in yellow, I think so too. We'll pull out shaded spruce as well. But if I would cut here, this section doesn't have many flowers. And if I cut here, okay, here, this side doesn't. So what I think, don't be afraid. If you're never gonna use, you could be frugal and cut it here or cut it here and then have this section left and use somewhere else. But I wanna have the prettiest part of this paper on my card. I really do, you guys. Excuse me. So I'm going to flip it over and cut it so that part of the yellow is actually off, which is okay. So I'm gonna have, this is a scrap. I may or may not use it later in life. I don't know. But now I've got full float foliage all the way to that side. And she said it needs to be 3 7/8. So now I'm gonna cut this at 3 7/8. Oh, I'm gonna be cutting that flower off. And then I've got that open space there. So what I might consider doing is moving this to here. Maybe I'll leave it. Let's see here, 3 7/8. We'll go for it. Because it's not that, so this is extra. And so now we've got a lot of flower action going on. And now it says it needs to be 1.5. Okay, so we're gonna cut this in half at 1.5. So this is my top, this is my bottom. And we said we're gonna go with vanilla. So let me grab a little vanilla. Excuse me. You guys get my morning frog. Oh. So let's just see here, 1.5. Oh, that's a good size there. Let's just use this one. I love it. Look at that. Now that's using a scrap to its finest. And then this needs to be 3 7/8. All right. I might use these later. I'm not sure. But these are what we have for a top and a bottom and a middle. Now she did say that we need an inside mat. So let's go ahead and cut our 5 1/4 by 4 mat. And that's for our inside. All right. Okay, so these would be extra. So again, this is just our inside. So let's go back. Yeah, use it later in life. Make something pretty with it, right? All right, I'm gonna pull out shaded spruce for Rosie, and let's see what shaded spruce looks like. And, all right. So shaded spruce, matted behind like that, and then here's fresh freesia. So shaded spruce, again, it could work, but in my mind, it's a little bit too Christmassy. There's more of the olives in here. Instead of shaded spruce, you could consider trying mossy meadow. That's more earthy, I think. So let's just get mossy meadow, just so you guys can see. This is what I go through when I design cards. I put the different layers behind, okay, like that is probably a no-go. But then if you put the yellow behind, again, it might pop. And then if you do the green behind that, possibly, okay? So I'm good on the mossy meadow, I saw it. I think I want a bright and cheerful card. This paper is a little bit darker. So I am gonna move this stuff out of the way and work with these colors. Let's see what we got between some of these colors. Again, you guys, here's a little challenge. Oh no, you lost all the green. Yeah, it just dawned on me. The recipes are layouts, duh. They are, yes. So they are layouts. So we're putting a layout together, exactly. So I feel that yellow, and you guys, I love the glimmer paper and I wanna use it for my purple princess. Like we need some sparkle. So this could be like one option. Again, you're not going to see this much yellow. Like, so pretend that you're only going to see a little matte of it. And the other option would be, I got to get this thing up higher here. Hang on. The cord just keeps catching on my stuff. Okay. So what about the glitter paper? Oh, would you put the... Well, you could put the glitter paper behind it. I was envisioning using this as the background of a label because I literally, that's all I brought with me down here. Because you guys, this is not officially my craft room. This is my studio, and I don't do a lot of designing down here. I actually design up in my craft room. So here's another option of, let's move this out of the side here. So Deb had said she really loved the freesia with the yellow, and I am too. I don't know how I feel about the yellow base. So I'm thinking about this in my head, about that yellow base. And the blackberry is what is really grabbing. I'm gravitating towards blackberry, just like we did with this card here. All right, so let's see what this looks like if we have a little yellow, and then we had a blackberry bliss base. I guess. Okay, so here's the deal. We could still incorporate a little bit of purple. We'll figure out how we can get a little schnibbling of this in here. I'm voting for this, I think. And you guys, when I start to cut it, if you change, if you in general change your mind about something, you can always cut new paper. Naughty Nancy says it's just paper. Okay, so what we need is a base. It's all about the base, no trouble. 5.5, okay? And then what we need to do is score it. Okay, so put it at 4 1/4. Make sure you are not cutting but scoring. Oh, I just scored it wrong. See? I wasn't reading her instructions. All right, it's scored at 2 1/8. All right, so we remember it's a gatefold, you guys. Okay, 2 1/8, not cutting, scoring. 2 1/8. And 6 3/8. Oh man. So I'll be honest with you guys. I am not a big user of this little gadget. When I do scoring, I personally, you guys, when you see me do class and I score things, I do use this. They have a scoreboard. It's phenomenal. I would highly recommend everybody own one of these for scoring because honestly, 2 1/8, and you just go like this, and 6 3/8. Like, it's just so much easier, and it's set. There's grooves, there's tracks. With the little trimmer, like, if you're off a little bit, then it might be off as well. So I generally always use the scoreboard for scoring. All right, so now I think we're back on track. First matte black, then lilac with glitter paper in the middle. First matte black. We'll see. Blackberry with oh, Deb also said blackberry with freesia. Hunky doodle. You guys, we have a cat crossing that might be happening. Just so you guys know, I have cats, and they do like to act like they own this joint, this popsicle stand, and so they like you to be aware that they own the place. All right. So we're going to. So the thing when I do a gatefold like this, you guys, I don't want my paper overlapping in the middle. So I did the one side first, and when I folded this in, I am making sure that my paper is flush in the middle and not overlapping, and then that's when I take and bone fold it. So this is our gatefold. Okay, you did tell me that I should try freesia with blackberry. Let's just try that. There's our freesia. I don't know, I think we lose our yellow. Well, it doesn't hurt. We can cut some. So let's grab, I think I might have some, I'm feeling daffodil, but let's see here. I have a small piece here, you guys. So let's just cut 3 of them and let's see what it looks like. It's not the end of the world. 1 5/8 by 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this at 4. Get it right at 4. And so that cat that just walked through, you guys, his name is Hunky. And after the Voltron lions from the 80s. All right. So there's 1, 2, and 3. All right. Let's just see what it looks like. Enlighten me for a moment. If we don't like it, we can always change it and make it the freesia. So what happens is one goes here, like this. One goes here, like this. And then one's gonna go here. And she said, I'm responsible for figuring out the spacing, which I'm good with. But there's that, okay? It's very rich looking, like the blackberry. Hi, Penny Powell, my sunshine friend. Okay. I feel like this still could get incorporated in there, but you guys were curious about the freesia. Let me just see if I have freesia scraps. We can do freesia. Oh yeah, I've got freesia scraps. So let's just see. It's just the yellow it brings out the yellow flowers, and I absolutely love the yellow flowers. All right, so it's 4 by 1 5/8. So I'm overdoing things just to see, right? So let's see if this gives me, oh yes, perfect. So we're just gonna cut 3 of these just to see. And this is, it's 4 by 1 5/8. So we just cut 3 of these. And now we'll flip this out. I feel like it might be too purple. Oh my gosh, did you guys hear me say that? You did. I think I have to go with the yellow. I already see. It just, the yellow tied in the flowers. This looks pretty. Hunky dory. It's pretty, but I personally, you guys, it's a toss up. And if you're at home and you can't decide, just make one of each, right? I'm gonna go back to the yellow and look at the yellow one more time. We're splitting hairs over a really pretty color combination that either way, it's still gonna be pretty. And then, so what she said on here is we gotta do something on this little vanilla strip. Yes, Kenzie said, I reckon it depends on the sentiment, whether cherry yellow or more subtle and pretty. Dorel likes the yellow. Okay. Hi, Mary Lemke. You'll watch the replay. Dorel likes the yellow. Okay. So, and I feel like bringing in this little bit of accent of purple. I have an idea for that. We'll make it work. I think I'm going to go with the yellow. Again, if you're at home and you are making your cards, this is just a process that you can go through to figure out what you like, right? And then make it however you like it. So I did here on my paper cutter. Sometimes what happens if the blade starts to get used, you get little fuzzies on it, and I don't like little fuzzies. So I'll take my scissors and sometimes just take and get them off of there. Okay, now, I don't know why we can't glue things. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna glue and glue and glue. Nope, we're not gluing the vanilla yet, but we can, our DSP strips can get glued onto the yellow bases or the yellow mats here. It does, Debbie Gass, I agree. The yellow does. It makes these, and it's such a small amount, right? But it's enough to make those flowers pop and stand out, where I feel like they don't get as much credit when it's a purple background. Then we're pulling out these little guys, these little purple flowers. Okay. Now, if you guys know me a lot, you know I like to double mat on the inside too, and I just realized that. If we're gonna do yellow on the outside here, I don't see why we wouldn't want to double mat on the inside. So how do we double mat? Well, in this case, I'm going to cut a 5 1/4 by 4 out of the daffodil and then make it by 4 inches, okay? And then the vanilla mat needs to be matted. You gotta either take an 1/8 inch off, you have to take 3/16 off, you could take a 1/4 inch off, however you want to. You just need to have it smaller than the 5 1/4 by 4. Now, we get into our double matting a lot. I know there are people that will be like, yup. Wendy said that her vote is yellow. Yellow is underrated, LOL. Yeah, it is. So here's what we did. We just took this and we're putting that on the inside to add another pop of color, okay? All right, so what we're doing, and now I don't remember which is which, right? But I wonder, yep, it goes like this. So she said And I might be getting the cart before the horse, but basically what we're doing is we're gluing these two on the left side, and then this one gets glued on the right side. And I'm not gonna do it quite yet, but it's gonna be soon. What we have to figure out is what are we putting on here? Okay, so I haven't thought that far ahead. I do know that I need to pull in ribbon, because if you guys know me, I always try to get ribbon on every card. And these are the gems that are also part of the online exclusive. There's little dragonflies and there's little birds. Two birds, bird's the word. Bird, 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 bird is the word. So there's a really pretty thinking of you and a hello. Oh my gosh, let's see here. And remember, we can't have it being bigger than the little panel itself. And I have dies that I brought down to see what we could use here for dies. I just grabbed all the dies I've been currently working with, not losing that one. Here, this one. Oh, it's missing. I wonder if I have, oh, there's some labels here. I was gonna go for the Nested Essentials die, but the one that is right there, oh, I bet I know where that is. It might be too big. Okay, ooh, I have an idea now for the glimmer paper. The glimmer paper could be like something like that coming out the back. All right, thinking of you, I was thinking it would probably fit really nicely in that label. So these labels, these dies are called something fancy, fancy. All right, so there's a little label. Let's just see. Oh, and here's the stamp set that goes with it. Something fancy. All right, let's move, you guys. You'd think that I'd have all the space in the world, but there's never enough space. Okay, we need a little vanilla scrap. Let's see if this scrap is big enough. Oh, by the hair of my chinny chin chin it is. Okay, all right. I don't necessarily have hair on my chin, you guys. I'm just, you know, it's like a huff and a puff and I'll blow it down. Okay, so let's grab a block. And since we ended up with Blackberry Bliss, I would highly recommend Blackberry Bliss ink as well. And because they're photopolymer stamps, I'd pull out my piercing mat. And we have to get this just right. All right. Jennifer Jones got her Happy Meal with her Yeti and other fun things. Yay, you love it. Oh, so congratulations. So Jennifer was in the top 20 of the Be Happy Stampers that we just announced this past weekend. I love it. Good job. Okay, let's get that stamped and I'm gonna die cut that out. And I want color. You know what? I wonder if we don't even need to stamp. Hang on. I wonder if we even don't even need this, because we could potentially stamp it right on here. And then we could figure out what to go over here. Because if I remember reading this, she said stamp, color, and die cut your focal image and stamp your sentiment on the whiter vanilla panel. Be mindful of placement as the size of the focal image cannot be big or hang over the panel. So buttons on your underwear. What could we put? I gotta cut some glittery. You know what? I wonder if, okay, we are gonna go back to this. I'm gonna follow her recipe. That doesn't mean I need to, like, I strictly adhere to it, right? This is like you're making a cake and you can alter it and add like fruit to it, or you can add this to it or that to it. So I'm gonna continue on with die cutting this. And we're going to die cut this little label and make sure it's as straight as possible. There, that looks good to me. It's a lot of tape. We don't need all that. So you guys, it's low-tack artist tape is all that is. Some people use Post-it notes. I use the low-tack artist tape. I use plates that are cracked. They work just as good as the ones that aren't cracked. And eventually, for me, I always crack plates. That's just how my life goes. So, all right. So that's good. And then, you know what? I wanted that die here, this one here, and we are going to cut that from the glimmer paper. And so we don't need a lot. It turns out they have been inundated with orders since the sale and are just behind. Thank goodness it is not an actual problem. Interesting. So I don't know anything about Gina K. I do know that she's a guest crafter on Craft Roulette. So she does craft with Mary Gunn. Don't know anything about her shipping, but I do know that Stampin' Up! Is on track, I think. I just put my order in last week Tuesday and it arrived Monday. So Stampin' Up! For me is spot on for shipping. But it is going to happen. It is the holidays. That's why for the month of December, we kit and ship out all of the classes for the month all last week, basically. Like they get shipped out right after Thanksgiving because it can take a long time for the mail to get it to you because you guys want to see what we did on Monday? This is what we did. I was going to post this. To share with you guys. On Monday, I dropped all of this off at the post office and it included 400, oh, hang on, wrong thing. You guys, I thought I flipped and I didn't need to flip. Haha, you guys saw me like searching. So this is what I dropped off at the post office. 400 Christmas cards, 50 packages, and all of that was in the back of my car. So those are all my top team here. They got their Yeti mugs, and so I put them in boxes, and then 400 Christmas cards, and then 50 catalogs got mailed out. So yay! It was a busy, so that is why, and I'm not alone. I'm trying to find my video yet. I am not alone. I know that, let's see if your videos are here yet. Nope, let's just stamp. I'm not alone because a lot of people are shipping a lot of things right now, you guys. So things are going to get delayed. Hi, Mary Schreiber, late to the party. Okay, so we're getting there, you guys. We might not do a focal image. We're going to see here. Might not do a focal image. And I think what we're going to do, ooh, you know what? I'm wondering about this. Do I have an embossing folder down here? I was thinking that I was going to put this on here. I was going to cut this in half, right? Because it's a die. But what I was thinking of having this do is coming out the side like this. So I got my glimmery on here, like that. I'm going to put it on here. But now my vanilla is very bland, right? It's like vanilla. I'm going to get ribbon in here. I'm almost wondering about making this piece be Blackberry Bliss. So 1 second. I'm going to cut this, right? So that's the great thing about starting with a layout or a recipe, you guys. You don't have to do it exactly like it is. If you feel inspired to change it up, that's where you can. I would do whatever you want to make yourself happy with your card making. So this is by 3 7/8. And I'm known to do this with this Share, Create, Inspire. So let's put this behind here, right? And then we have our label will go in the middle. And we're going to put, I still so badly want to get a little bit of purple in here for this, just to have a little purple. And then the only thing I want to do is I want to emboss this background now. This back piece right here, I want to emboss it. I'll be honest with you. No, you don't need to use ribbon, Kenzie, but I have made a goal back in like the year 2017 that I would try to put ribbon on every card that I make, and I'm still trying to adhere to my goal. So you guys, every one of my embossing folders is upstairs. My current, and I really want to use current product for this, right? So when all else fails, and you don't have an embossing folder, Karen Wetstein, please shut your eyes, please shut your ears. Do not watch this. I know you don't like this, but what you can do is you can make your own embossing folder, and it's called the crumpled paper technique. And you guys are gonna be like, why is she doing that? Well, what happens is it provides texture to the paper, and it's like the painted textures embossing folder. Okay, it's actually a technique. It's called crumpled paper technique. And then what you do after you fold it, you're going to fold it nicely like this, okay? And what it did is it put texture in it, just like it looks like that. Okay, and I feel like we can put that on here, and like the middle part will get covered up, and this is gonna go here, and it's just going to provide a little bit of texture on the side. Okay, so I think I'm okay with that. I'm happy with my crumpling. And when you do this though, you have to make sure you get glue on it. There are people that do not like doing this to paper, and I completely understand that. If I had an embossing, you guys are gonna be like, she doesn't have an embossing folder on here. I don't have a current one. I probably have 100 that are retired, but I don't have many that are current, and I'm okay with the crumpling. Okay, so for now, what we're gonna do is we're going to remember which is which. Okay, so glue. Glue is our friend because it gives you a little bit of wiggle room. So what I'm gonna do, that's my top one. This is my bottom one, and this is my middle one. Okay, so we're gonna start at the top, and we're gonna put this one down. I'm getting the same margin on the left, the right, and the top. Same thing here, left, right, and bottom. And now this one, make sure you keep the glue on the right side. And now here's where if I need to move down, my glue is not bonded yet. I can wiggle that, can make this one go up a hair. There's wiggle, wiggle, wiggle with it room. And then this guy, and get them centered how you want them. You can have it any way you like. Just as long as it's my way, right? No, just kidding. Do it your way. All right, there, okay? Carol caught me live, yay, Carol. Okay, so boom, just like that, okay? Then what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna use tear and tape. Debbie guess, are you saying no to the to my crumpled paper technique? I should have warned you to shut your eyes too if that is the case. So what we're gonna do is put the tear and tape on the back here, and we're going to capture this. Now, did you see I cut it in half? I did that for a reason, because had this stayed like this, you would have only seen a little bit of it. But what I did is I cut it apart. I could have easily angled my ends too, but I'm cutting just a little bit here, and we're gonna capture that with the tear and tape. And then this can go right, see, I got a little bit of the purple in there, but the ribbon, let's go back to the ribbon. We need to get some, we don't need to, but I want to. We're gonna make the ribbon happen. And so I'm gonna put a couple pieces here on. It's fun, Kenzie, I definitely agree. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have a little ribbon coming up over this way. So I'm gonna put some tear and tape back here, and I'm gonna have it coming down the bottom left-hand side as well, like this. All right. And don't need a lot. We're gonna do a loop and a tail. So let's grab this. Now this seems like it's a ribbon that frays. Debbie, it was painful for a minute, but you're over it because you know, when I get the thing, so you can see that it actually looks kind of cool. Like, look at that. It looks kind of cool. I would do it again. So I'm gonna make my little loop first. Look at the ribbon, see if there's a front and a back. So we're gonna make a little loop first up here, like that. And then we're gonna make the tail come out, kind of like it's part of that little, so they got two tails coming out. So that's where I have my waiting in the wings tear and tape, ready to go down. And now I'm gonna grab my ribbon scissors, and I'm gonna make it go, so this one's going this way, I'm gonna make the ribbon go this way now. Okay, so there's that one. And now we gotta do it on the other side, but I need a tear and tape on standby. Okay, making our loop first, right about here, and bring it back. Catch the tear and tape, like this, catch that tear and tape, oop. Catch it, and then I don't have enough tear and tape there. It's not wanting to stick, so we'll use that one right away. And then, so did you guys catch Craft Roulette on it was Friday. It feels like a year ago already, you guys. Oh man, did you catch Craft Roulette on Friday? Mary Gunn and I had a lot of fun. See, Mary Gunn, she has fun with Fun University and Craft Roulette. We did 4 elements to a card, and I made a little otter card. I'll show you really quick. For those that didn't see it, you can go back and watch Craft Roulette. So if you need more inspiration and ideas for your card making adventures, my little otter is here. So I made this card, It was abstract splotches, a sphere for the globe, postcard, and a florist shop. And I made a fun fold like that. And so if you guys like this kind of a class where it inspires you to use products that you have at home versus going out and buying more stuff for a class, this is a perfect class. Mystery Card Night is perfect for you. Craft Roulette is perfect for you. And so now what I'm going to do is take and pop this up with, oh, Kenzie watched it. Perfect. Yes. You guys, I was so engrossed in my card that I couldn't even watch comments. I couldn't even see who was really watching. It flew by so fast. It was definitely, what I say about Craft Roulette is it makes me make a card that I probably would have never made. And it does. It turns out good. I'm always happy with it. Okay. So there. That's what I did. I did not put a focal image. Oh, thanks, Sherry Everett. It's fun to watch. It sure is. So her thing said on here that she put focal images and sentiment. Now, again, I felt like my focal image here could be exactly that. My words are my focal images. And I have a hot mess going on like normal. We call it a crafter math. And I'm going to pick some dragonflies, I think. We're going to put a dragonfly there. And we're going to put a little birdie. A little birdie told me so. We're going to put a birdie right there. And you know what? There's one other bird. We're going to put it up here. These are nice. These embellishments are flat. They will not get caught. Thanks, Kenzie. I'm glad you liked it. Hi, Carmen Sanders. These are awesome because they're so flat. They will not get caught. Like sometimes when you have embellishments that they pop up like that, they can get hosed up in the mail system and like rip open envelopes. So there's what we have for the outside. All right. And we didn't Stella anything. So you could always Stella this middle piece of designer series, or it's not even designer paper. I'm so happy that I swapped out my white for the blackberry. I think it makes it pop. I think that there's just enough light purple to give Angelique a little purple glitter for my card. And then we're going to open this up. It says, thinking of you. And what can we put on the inside? I can't imagine having a better friend. Oh, so special. Okay, let's use that. And we are going to first clean our thinking of you. We're going to put that back here. I usually put these onto the case, but I haven't gotten to that with this set yet. So we're going to put thinking of you, and then we need something for in the bottom corner. Gotta have something decorated in the inside. I love adding focal images or designer paper. So we're going to do our sentiment here. And I have one more thing in store for you guys on this card. I'm not gonna end it with stamping the inside. We're almost done though. We're gonna finish this off. We're gonna stamp our inside. Ooh, that didn't get ink on that one edge. So you can, with photopolymer, they're amazing because you can see through and don't have to guess where you're stamping it. I guess if I could, I would buy every photopolymer stamp versus buying any red rubber at this point in my life. Now this, I'm gonna pull out Old Olive. I can't remember who, Rosie maybe, said pull out Old Olive. I think I'm gonna pull out the Old Olive and we're gonna stamp this foliage thing in Old Olive. And then what we can do, we're gonna put that, a lot of that's just grass or stems and leaves. And then what we can do is pull in a little bit for coloring. We're gonna pull in some Blackberry Bliss blends. What is this? Oh, this is it. This is dark Blackberry Bliss. Okay, let's see if this works. Hang on. We gotta test it out. Yep. All right, we're just going to, I guess I wouldn't have done this going forward. I think I would have watercolored it more, but it's okay. It's gonna match. I'm just coloring the flowers that bliss color. And then we should probably grab the green and at least color in the leaves a little bit. So these are Stampin' Blends. They're kind of like what people would call Copics. They're alcohol-based markers. Stampin' Up! Has many colors under the sun, and they match all of the Stampin' Up! Colors. I definitely went outside my we're just gonna keep going with it. I just kept going outside the lines, and now no one will ever see that, right? You guys, we're always the most critical of our own creations. Okay, so now we're gonna take this and we are going to adhere that to the yellow. Well, I hope you guys figured out, like, if you're newer, right, it's always hard to get started, like cutting into that first piece of paper. So I hope you figured out, like, it's okay to test things, and just because you cut it doesn't mean you can't always use it for something else. It might not look good with the project you're working on, but maybe it looks good with something else. So I hope you figured out that it's okay to cut paper. Like, so many times we buy cardstock packs, we buy designer series paper packs, but we get them home and we don't feel like we should cut them because you don't want to cut wrong. And it's like, cut it. Naughty Nancy would say, it's only paper. Okay, so let's go back here. Let's go back to the drawing board with this. You know, when you open this up, okay, so this is what we got. Very cool, right? I'm in love with this. I don't know about you guys, but I'm liking it. All right, I want more. I need more on the inside. So I'm thinking about putting something like this and this on the inside. There's so many pretty layouts in this paper. That one, but I want to find the right one that will match nicely. And maybe it's actually pulling in that actual pattern that had the pretty daisy flat one. What if it was that one? Okay, because in this pack of paper, you get 4 of each of the sheets to make 12. I already used the 2 on something else, but what if this was on this inside? Yes, queen, I love it. And then we would do, let's see here. So this is 5 1/2 tall, so we need it by 5 1/4, and our inside panel is 2 1/8, so we need to make it 1 7/8. So we're almost done. We're gonna just zhuzh up the inside, and that happens that this little guy will come off. Okay, so we need 1 7/8. So let's do 1 7/8. Okay, and then by 5 1/4. Let's cut this at 5 1/4. And then this next one, I think I'm gonna take it from right. Ooh, what do I wanna do? Hang on. One moment, please. Now let's see, that looks like that. I think I might take it from over on this. Oh, well, yeah, because that's not going to look right, right? Because that, not quite right. I want to take it from this side, so 1 7/8 from this side, and we're going to cut off at 5 1/4, like that. We're going to put this one, and you've got a cute little piece left that you could use on the center of a card. Like, you could put this right down the middle of the card, like that, okay? Yes, Deb Norman, I love the inside panels too. I was thinking that this will just doctor this up. Okay, one moment, let's get this glued. Okay, let's make sure we got the right side on the right side. I think that guy, well, let's make sure the left side is on the left side and the right side is on the right side. And then it's facing the right way. So it like opens it up like that. You're opening the card up to a meadow of pretty flowers. All right. Okay. Here we go. Are you ready for it? This is our triple panel gatefold. Triple panel gatefold. Added a little bit of purple bling, purple's like glittery for Angelique. And then we have our little flat embellishments. And when you open it up, hi Jean Maxwell, it looks like that. Now, you could go so far as to put some DSP or paper on these too. If you, like here in my head, I'm thinking you could cut Blackberry Bliss mats and emboss them or do the crumple technique and then put them on these yellows, or you can leave them. But doesn't it make it feel like you just walked into the meadow and you're walking down a path, and instead it says, and then what it says on the inside is, I can't imagine having a better friend. We've got a little bit of flower action there. We did it, you guys. Yay! So excited. So what's next? I sent an email this morning. So if you're not part of my email group and you'd like to be, go to cardsbycrispy.com, because then you'd get emails like this morning. I emailed a reminder, or actually for the first time this class, I was a little bit behind on this one. I did email this morning, but in that email, you guys who are getting emails from me, there is a picture of this already. This front and back. And this is also in the event too. So if you go to my website, yes, Ann Bellinger likes the inside panels. I thought you guys would. Okay, if you go to my website and you go to my events calendar. So under Cards by Christine, if you click on events, it will take you to December. And today's the 13th. And the first class today is Share, Create, Inspire. And this is where you can get this form. So if you'd like me to mail you the recipe card, you have to complete the form. I only want my forms in my book, you guys. I'm very picky. That's how it goes. So there's a little link here that says click here. That will take you into a Google form. And that basically gives me your information of where to send the card to, right? It's basically your name and address, and that you're guaranteeing you're going to send me this little recipe card back, right? All right. Then there's our class. And then, oh, you know, I could have easily just done that. Here. So, well, no, that wouldn't have worked. But here are the card pictures. So I've got them out here already. And so, perfect. Then, if you're wondering about next month, because you had so much fun with this one and you want to make sure you stay tuned, I am going to be switching this class up to a different day and time next year. I have put myself into 2 in-person classes on Wednesdays. One is either the first or second Wednesday of the month, and the other is the second or third Wednesday of the month, just depending on the month. And the class is at noon, and I will stress myself out too much doing this class at 10 and then at noon. So I switched this class to being on Thursdays next year. So starting in January, it's Thursdays. It's usually the second Thursday of the month at 11 a.m. I pushed it out an hour just because it gives me a little time in the morning to get more things done. And then we'll have class right at 11 and we'll finish up right at noontime. So if you're wondering, January 11th, I've got it right here. It's actually, wait, it is January 18th. January 18th is the Share, Create, Inspire class. If you already want to prep ahead, you guys, I know that sometimes you like to create with me. I already shared the recipe card. So Angelique was our guest recipe provider today. Next month, we have Carissa Alberts. And Carissa, if you guys have seen any of her cards, you know she is a phenomenal stamper. Oh my goodness. I already have the recipe here. So if anybody wants to cut their pieces ahead and read through the recipe to make a card with me, you're welcome to. I don't know the name for this, but I was mapping this out in my head. I got to get the exact name for her. She is on vacation right now. I read through this, and it's an intense fun fold card. So, oh, Deb Norman, we didn't share it yet. Oh, I'm so happy you reminded me. It got buried. So you guys, the fun part about this now is that you guys see my card, but next I'm going to show you Angelique's card. How fun is that? Here it is. I found my, I clicked on the YouTube live and here it is. All right. So I found it. I'm so excited. Okay. All right. The other thing too is I have Happy Mail here. So this was my card, and we are going to, I have a letter opener. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. Oh man, hang on. I'm so excited. I just got myself a new letter opener. I found this. So look at this. I got a B letter opener, and oh, I don't want to make sure I get the card. Oh, there it is. Okay. So depending, if you put a card in the envelope and your letter opener catches it, sometimes you can cut right through the fold. So you have to be very careful. Okay. So, but anyways, I got a cute little bees thing. All right. Ooh, look at her. She used the garden meadow too. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay. Look at this. So she used one of the I love what she did here. You guys, she chose, so I was like with these panels, I was thinking that it would cut them up. She chose, look at this. She chose the path that makes it look like it goes like this, and I love it. So she chose this pattern. That's a great concept. it continued the path even though that middle piece wasn't there. Is it this one? Yes. She used this pattern right here. She used this bottom. Nope, that's not it. I don't think that's it. Hang on, there must be one more in here. This one. Yep. Okay. That's exactly what did. Oh, so cool. She used this section right here. Good job, Angelique. All right. And then she stamped directly onto here, and she added some leaves from the All About Autumn, and a little baby double bow. She's got her bird, 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 bird's the word. And then when you open it, oh, look what that she did. She did the inside too. And very good. Okay, so that's the one thing that's not written on here. And I guess you guys, if you want to do your panels, it's 5 1/4 by 1 7/8 if you want to do the 2 inside panels. But she did the same thing. Awesome. I love it. Okay, so good. We were on the same wavelength. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I will get this one, create minds think alike with the, yes, yeah. But you can see here, they're the same layout, but 2 completely different looking cards, right? And when this card is flat, you would never know that it opens up and it's a fun fold. So very cool like that. So cool. All right. Love it. All right. So you guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to photograph my card. I'm going to photograph Angelique's card, and I will share them both out there on the Facebook page, like in the event. The other thing too is thinking the same. Twinsies. Yay. I love it. Yes, Angelique's card is so awesome. And we how we switched it up too. Like I didn't follow her mindset with the white. I went with the blackberry to bring out the blackberry. Okay. So you guys in Facebook. So I live in Facebook land and I live in YouTube land. With the Facebook, for those that are new to me, my Facebook page is called Cards by Christine. Oh, look at that peanut brittle that Susie Stocks made. A family tradition. I love it. If you go to my Facebook page, Cards by Christine, in a moment, I'm going to go to this event. So in events, this event is actually going on for just a little bit yet, but it'll be in the past events. What I'm going to do is create a post in the discussion that asks you to share your creations, and so it'll be in here under the event. And what you're going to do is photograph your card. It doesn't have to be professional, but just take a quick snapshot of it, and you will post a picture of it. And there's usually, like in the past, people like between 4 and 8 people have submitted cards. I'd love to break that 10 threshold and have 10 people. So usually I give a prize away for every 20 cards, like especially for Mystery Night. So usually we give a prize, and you have until next week, the 20th. Yep, the 20th at like 11 p.m. And what I'll do is I'll draw a winner for this class on my class on the 21st, which is this class, especially for the new people that started watching me just recently. This class is next week, Thursday. It's called Ink, Paper, Scissors, and I'm going to show you how to do this fractured technique, which is exactly, Angelique sent me a card that used the 2 different DSPs, and Angelique actually taught me how to do this. I love it. And so this class is available if anybody in the States would like to get it. It is a product-based class, so you'll actually get a pack of the embellishments, the ribbons, and a 1/4 pack of the DSP, and we'll make these 4 cards. So this is next week, Thursday. I have plenty left of that class in case anybody's looking to get that class yet. Just reach out to me, email me, text me, call me, and we'll get you signed up, and I can pretty much get it mailed out as soon as possible, like this week yet. So yeah, even the inside. Yeah, and she didn't have the DSP written on here for the inside, which I was very happy that I thought, ooh, those panels looked like they needed a little decoration. So, all right, so I'm going to work on getting the post out there for you guys to share. So start working on your cards. Get them done. Honey, little girl, do you want to say hi to everybody or no? No, Mom, I'm just going to lay right here, right now. I do have about maybe like 15 pieces of Happy Mail, you guys. I'm going to share these with you so that when I get more Happy Mail today, I can start the collection. So we're going to drop the camera back down, you guys. We're going to go through some Happy Mail here. Perfect. Okay, so let's drop that. Okay, so this is from Carla Real, I believe. So, okay, you guys, I'll go slow. It has a belly band. It's the gnomes from last year. This opens up this way. This opens up this way. And those open like that. And then I drop it. And then this opens this way. And this opens that way. It's a intense fun fold. All right. Yes, crazy. So lots of gluing. It's definitely a labor of love. It's so cool. Definitely a different kind of a fold though. I love how it all folds up so nicely. And then there's a little belly band to hold it together. All right, that's from Carla Real. Thank you so much, Carla, for that. This one is from Miss Pat Thomas. I love the petal pink with the gray granite. It's such a pretty combination. There's the Earthen Elegance. So Pat, I got your card. Look at the insides, all decorated nicely. This is from Feline Mays. She was part of the customer swap group. Hi, Gwen Goda, customer swap group in September, and her cards got lost in the mail. Unfortunately, they never arrived. So she sent me this card as a replacement, and very pretty. So you guys, if you want extra swapping, I have, that's actually part of over here. I have a customer swap group, and let's put these upside down because I have oh, and then the address is that. So Ann Bellinger, you're watching. Your card came in a plastic bag that said something along the lines of, the people at the post office care about mail. It was completely rumpled, and it came like a little, I got your card though. You're gonna be doing the escape with me, yay. I think I might have, I thought I sent you an email already, but it's so pretty, your card. I always love your layouts. I love how you use ribbon like that. And it's just the two little DSP squares cut out with the styler shape. So pretty. I think I'm going to do is put this under a book and see if I can't get it to be flat again. So, but it's so pretty. Love it, Anne. So I do get that from time to time where the mail gets wonky. This is from Gary and Mary Carls. They're family friends. I always love seeing the layouts when they come back. This one was a layout from the Wounded Warrior card benefit. And very pretty. That uses the classic Christmas dies and stamp set. This is from Bobby McPherson. This was from the Whimsical. It was like 2 years ago. It was like a Whimsical Christmas. And I love that set. I always love reading the little notes on the inside from everybody. Oh, the inspiration that you guys get from all the things that we make. This is from Tracy Sorge. This is the mistletoe magic, maybe, with the little Rudolph, the reindeer, and then the little kid, an apple. So wishing you a wonderful holiday season. Very pretty. This one is from Sherry Martin. Did you guys see how I got smart? I put everybody's in the envelopes just in case there wasn't a note. This is from Sherry Martin. This is from the Naturally Gilded class we did back in June. And then may the season be filled with peace and joy. Love you too, Sherry. Merry Christmas to you as well. And then this one comes to me from Cheryl Taylor in Florida, my sunshine pal down with Penny. And it says, thinking of you at Christmas time, some opal rounds. She did gold embossing. And then blessed Christmas wishes from her and Daryl. Very pretty. It's like Mary Merlot with black and gold. Very pretty. This one is from my Aunt Karen and Jim Beagle, Kelly's parents. This was a past paper pumpkin from probably 2020 when I first started doing paper pumpkin classes. I remember making an alternative with this one. So I know that's a paper pumpkin from 2020. Very pretty, the gold foil back here. And wishing you a very happy Christmas filled with love and laughter. Very pretty, look at that, shiny. And then this is anything new on the Wounded Warrior benefit. This is from Vonda Saia. Vonda's down in Arizona. Yay. Debbie, nothing new on the benefit at the moment. I will talk about, I'll talk about it really quick. So for those that don't know, we're hosting a Wounded Warrior card benefit. I was selected by Stampin' Up! As the recipient on the East Coast for the Heart of Stampin' Up! Award. And so Stampin' Up! Is going to be providing support, and they will donate up to $10,000 for the event, which is awesome. And We talked about it at our team meeting a little bit about how if people want to donate cardstock or donate, once we have the cards designed, we're going to get the recipes together, and then we're going to ask for our community if anybody wants to donate. Like, we need 5 packs of basic black, we need 5 packs of real red, we need 5. Like, we're going to get the recipes together and what our grocery list is. And if anybody wants to donate, they can. Stampin' Up! Is also going to donate materials, but that comes off of the 10,000 that they would donate. So that comes out. So my team here is like, they're like, we want to just make sure that we get the biggest donation from Stampin' Up! So they want to provide papers and embellishments and ribbon, oh my, to help get our donation like as big as it can be for the Wounded Warrior. So we're actually focusing first on the MS benefit, which is in April. That one will come first. And then we're going to have the Wounded Warriors October 5th. Hi, little girl. Hi, baby. Do you want to say hi to everybody? Hang on. I know. You want me to throw the possum. For those that don't know Honey, this is little Miss Honeybee. She's got her little honey emblem here. You can hear her little orange marking. So she is a wireworm. She loves to play fetch. And she will go get that and bring it right back to me. And she'll do that 15 times. So this one is from Vonda. The ornaments were from last year. They're very pretty ornaments. And she's got some of the snowflake embossing folder back there. And very pretty on the inside with the little bells and a little snowflake. I love it. So that's from Vonda. This is from Lisa Nealand. Very pretty too with the silver ribbon, how she swooshed it up and down and all around. I love it. Some of that snowflake specialty paper and the Christmas classic dies. So very pretty on the inside too. This one is from Janice Ormiston. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, this, I can't tell you I choose favorites, but I love purple. So Janice sent me this card and I just melted when I saw it, because if you are a Team Purple fan, you will understand why. This card is so gorgeous, Janice. I just, the simplicity of it too. This pastel purple is like purple posy kind of. It's like a really light purple with a little silver, and I love silver. And then this is the fragrant flowers. And then on the inside, her note, I'm overwhelmed by your generosity, your giving spirit, and your unending kindness, and you have renewed my love of card making. Oh, I almost cried when I read that, Janice. That was so awesome. It was so sweet of you. It was so sweet of you to think of me and send me this card. All right, there goes Honey. She brought the possum back. Look at this little purple smiley face, you guys. This one is from Frances Rodriguez. My first birthday card, you guys. So she knows my fabulous birthday is coming up. So she's sending me a birthday card, wishing me the very best blessings for my special day. Love you, my dear friend. I love it, Frances. Look at this card with a little kitten on it. And then when you open it up, it is Fun Fold City. Look at this. Okay, so there's that. And then this was a set from a couple years ago. So it's an easel card, right? So it pops up, and when you put this in here, the fence goes in front of the flowers. It's so awesome. So Frances, I got this card, and it was like, I love it. Very cool, very cool. You guys, one more cool after the other. Like, they're all amazing, you guys. All the cards you give me, I just so happy to share them with you guys. Okay, this is from Cindy Bowie. Cindy Bassett. You guys, I have Cindy Bassett and Cindy Bowie. And it's confusing to me because Cindy, there's nothing wrong, but Cindy Bassett's email is Cinbo, like B-O-W. And it always, like I always think it's Cindy Bowie then. So this is from Cindy Bassett, a Christmas card. Little ornaments with the silver and the blue is very pretty, like a nice little embellishment on that ornament. Actually, it just adds to it really nicely. And so it's from Cindy Bassett. Very pretty, very soft, elegant. This one is from Susan Bellamy. Okay, Susan, she gave me an envelope too so that I can reuse this. So Susan, it's very rare that you don't write in your cards, because normally you write in your cards for me. And you didn't write in this one. You used a Post-it note and you included an envelope for me that matches. So cool. So it's a little late. She wrote that on here, that the card was a little late. It was a Thanksgiving card. I'm wishing you health, happiness, and the riches of God's bounty during this season and always. So very pretty. I like how you colored the pheasants. Very, very nice, Susan. And then this one is from Sherry Everett. Sherry, I love this card too. I love seeing my designs come back to me. This was from the Christmas Stamp-A-Stack that we did last month. You did a fabulous job making it. Very, very good. And then I love how you put that paper on the inside. It was just, this card was one of my favorite cards. Yeah, love it. All right, this one is from Melody Miller. So this was the Christmas set from last year. She did, it's like a bridge card where I call it a bridge card because it, like, there's a bridge in the middle that connects these two panels, and it opens like that and like that. So very pretty. I loved that gray and silver paper. So pretty. Peaceful Cabin, that's the name of this one. Some silvery trees, so pretty. So Peaceful Cabin's the name of that one, I think. This is from Pat Fleming. You guys, some more garden meadow paper, very cool. Endlessly Grateful, and she added in some of the In Color Gems, and she sent me some, she got a couple of my past classes. So you guys, I started sharing at the end of my showcase video, I started always showing my past available classes, and I will tell you, this is from Shirley Peacock. I've gone through so many past classes. It's awesome. Wishing you a great day. Look at these little die cuts, how these kind of pop up like this. So cool. And then you can see the paper that is underneath, which is like a shimmery green paper. You can kind of see that it's iridescent-y. So yes, so that one is from Shirley Peacock. Thank you for that card. And this one is from Naomi Worrell. So love it. You guys send me cards for all the different occasions, and lots of Christmas ones are coming in now. Hark the Herald Angels Sing. And then this is from Naomi. Very pretty, very pretty. I always love like crumb cake, and this is actually, I think, Sahara sand mixed with like Mary Merlot and gold. So pretty. Okay, you guys, we made it through. Look at all that happy mail. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so we did it. That took about 10 minutes, but now I've gone through it, and now I can make more room for the next cards to come in. So very good. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this class. I can't wait to see what cards you make using Angelique's layout. And then don't forget, if you like this type of class where you get to use your own supplies, I will be doing Mystery Card Night on Monday night. Monday's the 18th. It will be at 6 p.m. Central. So normally my card classes are always at 6 p.m. when they're in the evening. When I do a daytime class, they have been 10, but going forward, we're going to be doing this class at 11. So Mystery Card is on Monday night, but then tomorrow night we have the been talking so much January. We have the December monthly class tomorrow night. I'll know after today how many card kits I have left. There weren't a lot going into class. It just depends on today. So this is what we're gonna be. If you want to watch a class tomorrow night, I've got this class at 6 p.m. Central. Will make these, and I know these cards look similar, but they're different enough. Using two different stamp sets. That one's a punch, that one's a die, and then we have a little New Year's Eve card. I keep wanting to say a 4th of July card. Honestly, I do. All right, honey, you want me to throw the mousey again, don't you? Okay, guys, honey is giving me those longing eyes like, Mom, throw the mouse for me one more time. Throw the possum for me one. They're just little toys, you guys. So, yes, and Barbara says to click the like button. So don't forget to do that. And you guys, we'll catch you tomorrow. Don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything. I'm here to help you. You guys, it was a pleasure stamping with you this morning. Lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs to everybody. And don't forget about free shipping day tomorrow. Orders over $75, and if it is over 50, it counts for a January class, which if you're going to do 75, it will definitely count for a January class. And so you can already place orders for all the classes that you want to get for free that are offered free with a purchase in January, except for Rose's technique class. That class is always free with an order between the 1st and the 10th of the current month that we're having that class. And then if there's any leftovers. So this little one was trying to dig underneath my legs here. So, all right, you guys, we'll catch you next time. Love ya. Oh, we're going to catch you at 4 o'clock for the kit class. Don't forget about that. All right, love you guys. See you in a few hours. I'll count to 10 just in case it ends early.